Hey y'all, it's your girl Lala and welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you how I make my delicious oxtail with butter beans. Now sit back, relax and enjoy this cooking experience. Here is my oxtail that I've gone ahead and washed in some orange juice. And when I say orange juice, what I mean is I had an orange that was like old, maybe 2 weeks old, and I just cut it, juice it with some water and wash my oxtail. And that's just to get the rawness from my meat. Okay, so now I'm going to season my oxtail with my meat and steak seasoning. Some onion powder, I'm not gonna bury my oxtail with a lot of seasoning at this stage, just enough to give it some taste. Some garlic powder, and some complete seasoning. So I'm going to rub this up and come right back. So you just want to rub in your seasoning on your meat so it covers all the areas. And then you're going to let it sit for me, for tonight, I'm going to let it sit for like a good 10 minutes. Other times I would let it sit maybe overnight or half an hour, okay? But I'm gonna let it sit for a good 10 minutes before I start my browning. So after 10 minutes, here is my oxtail. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna brown my oxtail in my Dutch pot, okay? So I'm gonna drop in my oxtail. I'm using this pot because it gives a good color. It's always good to use your Dutch pot when you want to brown something, okay? When you want to brown some meat, some chicken, it's always good to use the Dutch pot, if you have one. If not, you can always use whatever kind you have. Frying pan, that is. So these look about done. I'm going to get these out the pot and put in the next batch. I don't want them to burn. Just want them to have a nice color. I'm going to get these out the pot, get the next batch in, and I'll be right back. So here is my next batch of oxtail. I'm going to let these brown as well, very nicely. And then we're going to move on to our next step, okay? These are done, and I'm going to move on to my next step, okay? So we're finished browning. Now we're moving on to our next step. So here, as you can see, this is my pressure pot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my oxtail in, okay? We're going to pressure our oxtail for roughly 10 minutes. So this is how we're going to cook our oxtail. Now to this, I'm going to use a teacup. I'm going to add 2 teacups of water. So 2 cups of water. Here we go with 1. And here is my second cup of water. So only 2 cups of water I'm gonna add in this pot because I don't want too much water in there to make it all watery and take away the taste. So only 2 cups of water, guys. Okay. So now to add some seasoning to my pressure pot. Here I have some cloves. I'm gonna drop that in. I'm sprinkling just a little bit more onion powder in there. I'm going to sprinkle some more complete seasoning because I want it to cook with that sodium, not too much, but I want it to have a good taste, a good balanced taste. And some garlic powder. Okay, and I'm done with this pot for right now. I'm going to add some jerk seasoning. Put a little bit more in there. This will add its flavor and spice. So mixing this up. And remember, I'm only pressuring for like 10 minutes. It's smelling so good. As soon as my water boils up, I'm going to add my lid on and let it pressure for 10 minutes. So here my water is boiling up. So now it's time to put on my lid and let this pressure for 10 minutes. So there it is, guys, 10 minutes. Okay guys, so now it has been roughly 10 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off my stove, and we're going to move on to our next step. Okay guys, so now I'm going to open up my pressure pot because we're going to move on to our next step in cooking our oxtail. So there it is. I'm going to get it onto this pot and we're going to finalize it, okay? So stick around. So guys, here is our oxtail. Nicely done, nicely pressured. So now we're going to cook it down a bit and we're going to add some more stuff into. We're going to have some carrots in there. We're going to let that cook for a bit. So now guys, we're going to add the final touch to our oxtail. There it is. Look how pretty this thing is looking already. So here we have some seasoning, red, yellow, and green pepper. And also we have some green scallion or green onions chopped up in there. So now you can't have oxtail unless you have your butter beans. You have to have butter beans to go in your oxtail. Okay? So there goes 1 can of butter bean. And I'm using 2 cans. Here is the next one. And I'm using the liquid from this can because I want to have sufficient gravy. Because you know, definitely everyone always wants the oxtail gravy. Oh yes. Now, I have to definitely put some meat and fish sauce in there. And some Jamaican oxtail seasoning. Yeah, definitely. Get it up in there. Woohoo! And not too much pepper, just a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. Because if you remember it, I did put some jerk seasoning, so that much is good. So now we're gonna mix this in. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is gonna be nice, people. Nice. Look at this beautiful oxtail. Look at this. How precious. The oxtail looking good. And the meat, definitely. The meat is soft and tender. It's not falling off the bone. Perfect the way you can just bite it from the bone. We did not overpressure our meat. We let it just cook for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna let that cook down a bit, and then we're gonna come back and check on it and turn off our stove, okay? Look how beautiful. How beautiful the oxtail looks. It's a girl Lala singing. Woohoo! So I did drop a piece of butter, definitely for some added flavor in my oxtail. So I'm letting this cook down for roughly, I would say 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. So guys, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stove. Look how beautiful, guys. Look how beautiful. Look. Wow, look at that. Perfect. And the oxtail, as you can see, it's not falling off the bone. It's just perfectly cooked. So let's go ahead and turn off the stove. Our oxtail is done. It's finished. So I'm going to do one more thing and then I'm going to share this out, okay? I'm going to dish it out. Who's ready for dinner? Say aye. Okay guys, so here I'm adding some minced garlic with some butter. And to that, I've added some mixed veggies. garlic. Nothing too fancy. Just some minced garlic with some butter. Okay. So I did add some more veggies and minced garlic and just a sprinkle of complete seasoning. That's it. So I'm going to mix this in and I'm going to cover the pot and let it cook for roughly 5 minutes, okay? Because this is frozen veggies, so I'm just going to cover it and let it cook for roughly 7 minutes. Here is our veggies. Our veggie is ready. Looking so good. And guys, all I've used is some minced garlic, butter, and just a dash of seasoning, okay? That's it. Guys, see there, the Oxtail boat land, you know, people. The Oxtail boat land. See there. Look at this beautiful oxtail plate of food. Guys, look at it. Guys, the Oxtail boat land. See it here. Look at this. Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Say I'm hungry. Yeah. Look how nice and delicious this dish is. Are you ready to dig in? Beautiful oxtail. Beautiful oxtail dish. Here it is, guys. Who's ready? Who's ready to dig in? I know some can't wait to eat it. I can't wait to eat it, you know. But I think I can't show you guys no more. Look. Look how yummy. Look how delicious. How yummy, how delicious. Wow, beautiful. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to your girl Lala, because if you're not watch your girl Lala, what I do? So guys, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna dig in, I'm gonna eat it up, love it up. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna catch you on the next video. It's your girl Lala saying bye from the kitchen, guys. Bye. See that? Woohoo! Oxtail. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching. Come for yours. Bring your plates. Okay?